This is how to play Diary of a Madman by Ozzy Osbourne. So the first thing, it's gonna start out with this chord right here. And what that is you're gonna hold the 7th fret on the D string, on the G string 6, on the B 4. So 7 on D, 6 on G, 4 on B. And you're gonna pluck it from A, D, G, so all the way down. You come down and then come up. And then whenever you hit A, the chord changes from, you take your pinky off of the D string and move from 7, replace it with your middle finger on the 5th. So you go like, and then you move to this, kind of like this D-shaped chord right here. You go 4 on D, 5 on G, 4 on B, and then on the high E you hold the 5th fret, kind of like this. Oh shoot, forgot. Yeah, like that. And then you move this shape down 1 fret. So you go like, it goes like this all together. Then you move the chord, or you change chords. You do like that. Pinky on the G, 4th fret, middle finger on the B, 2, and then on the D string, pointer finger on 2. So it goes. Then you switch your pointer and your middle finger basically to like that. And you put your pointer on the 1st fret of the B, pinky on your 4th fret of the G, and then middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D. So all together, it's going to be like this. Then you're going to put your ring finger on the G, or on the 3rd fret of the E string, which is a G note. You hold that same last chord, this chord. Then the picking pattern is going to be a little different. It's going to go G, B. Tiring on your fingers. So you go E, G, B, G, high E, B, G, B. So it's going to go like, then you're going to go 1st fret on the E string with the low E. Middle finger is going to go on the 2nd fret of the G, and then your ring finger is going to go on the 3rd of the B. Then you're going to go this chord. Wait, hold on, I gotta tell you that. And then it's going to go 2nd fret of the A with your middle finger, 4th fret of the D with your pinky, and then 1st fret of the G with your pointer. I said middle right here, right? Yeah, middle on 2nd fret of the A, pinky on the 4th fret of the A or D, and then 1st fret of the G string with your pointer. And then you go down 3, 1, 2, 3, come back up. That kind of pattern, and then you hit the B, open B, and then you hold this chord, or you go 3 on B, and then 4 on G. So that intro part would go like this. Like bar, kind of like an A major chord. You go A, D, then you hold your pinky. So you're gonna hold these 2 frets right here the whole time. Second on the D and second on the G. So an A power chord. And you're gonna go A. It's gonna alternate your pinky on the 5th fret of the G, ring on the 4th fret of the G. I'm just going to do this kind of back and forth. It's going to go. And it's going to go like this back and forth pattern. So what that is you're holding your pinky on the 5th fret and holding that bar shape, or that power chord. You're going A, D, G, back to D. Then you're moving your ring finger. You're taking your pinky off for your ring finger. A, D, G, back to D. This. That, but or mess it up. That right there. And then you're gonna go, it's kind of like this, pedal back and forth. This is hard on your hands, so you gotta have like strong hand muscles. If you have time, a hard time doing it on the acoustic guitar, you can always grab like a classical style. If you don't got one of these, mine's acoustic. I have an acoustic guitar with just the nylon strings on it, so it's easier to press. And it's got a shorter scale too. It's like a mini guitar. A power chord. It's not loud enough. I like it better on acoustic, even though it's harder. E, A, then you're going back to this tune on the electric guitar, but I'm just showing all the acoustic parts because I don't know, I feel like doing the acoustic parts right now. Oh, I forgot to say, guitar is in half step down, so E flat tuning, like Panama or Load Reload Metallica. And the tuning is a little off from the standard frequencies. It's like a little, I think it's a little sharp, but I could be wrong. It could be a little flat. But you gotta like listen to it. You gotta listen to the reason mine's tuned. I was just listening to it on my phone, and I tuned my guitar. I tuned my A to the exact one that they had, and then I use this method of like, you can tap the frequency harmonic there. You can tune it however you want. But then after it does all of that, it does it on the electric, but it's like palm muted. Whenever you're done, or whenever you hit that note, you go into an E power chord, F power chord. So like open E, first fret of E, second fret of E, then third fret of the A, second fret of the A, then open A. Into this kind of like this chord from earlier, that second chord, that chord right there. It does this pattern. So it's going A, D, G, B, E, high E, B, G, D. Shoot, I'm thinking of it wrong. Sorry, I did the wrong thing. So you go A, high E, B, G, D. Yeah, that. Then you hold that other chord from earlier after that chord right there. So let's say you're doing the opening, right? Those chords. You need it uses those chords for this verse riff. That, this one, and this one. So the picking pattern is like, then you strum this chord. So you hit D, G, and B all at the same time. And you hit 5th fret on the high E. Then you move that chord down and hit the 5th fret of high E again. So the riff will be like, then on the second time you do it, then it's just the open high E instead of the 5th fret. So do that twice. D, 5 on G, you go D, G, B, and you hold the 5th fret of the G and the D. So it's like, then you go that chord, 5th fret on D and G, then you go, this picking is D, G, B, then you hold like this, it's kind of like a little bit of an F, that F right there, just 3 on D, 2 on G, and 1st on B. Then you move this chord up 2 frets, and the picking pattern is backwards. It's B, D, B, or B, G, D. Then you go back down, and then it's D, G, B, and then it's G, 2nd fret, open B, then 1st fret B. So it's like this triplet thing where it's like da 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 da. Then it goes back to the verse riff. So it's then you'll do that 3 times. 2 times after what I just did. Then you go back to this riff. Then you hit just G, 2nd, and you go like that. Open G to 2nd G. So it does that thing 2 times, and in between it does the, and then after you do that 2nd, that riff, you go back to that main riff, to the main riff of the song. You go like that. So you play this riff almost 2 times. Whenever you go up to that right there, that last 5th fret of G, so you be going like, right before you would go, just do this, then it does this electric part, and I don't think there's any acoustic parts behind that. Wait, there is. It does so that's 3rd fret on the A string, then it does it again, it does a pull off, or hammer on and pull off the 5th fret, then it does 2nd fret of the E. You gotta be a little quick with that. Then it does a main riff, but it's on the E string instead of the A string. So like instead of it being here, it's, then whenever you go up to that 4th fret again, you go 5th fret of that string, of the D string, then you hold the 3rd fret of the high B. Then you go 4th, or you go D string, B string, G string. Then you take your pinky finger or your ring finger off the 5th fret and put your middle finger on the 4th fret, and then do that again. Then it goes back to that main riff. That right there is 1st fret on the A, 2nd fret on the D, and then open G. Then you take your pointer off the A, and you do the main riff again. Then instead of going from like that, you still do that 4th fret, but you put your ring finger on the high E and go. So G, B, D, or D, G, B. Then D, high E, B, and then you do the main riff on the E again. Then you do the 1 on the A, 2 on the D, and open G. Then you do the open there, open A. Then it's the start of the interlude. So I'll play everything I just showed you. I'll shorten the verse riffs. I'll do it like one time in between, so it doesn't take all the time up. Does the electric part. Skipping the verse riff again so I can just go faster. It's like you hold these chords and you pluck them, like all of these songs. So you can do it finger style. Well, I think he might have played with a pick in the recording, but I'm not really sure. But you hold the 10th fret of the, or not the 10th fret. You hold the 8th fret of the B, you hold the 9th fret of the D, and you hold the 11th fret of the G. So, that chord. be D to B, and then you go G. And you put your ring finger on the D string, and you start with that one. And you move this chord, and you go to this chord. Put your ring finger on the ninth of the D. You put your pointer finger on the 7th of the G, and you put your middle finger on the 8th of the B. So it'll be this chord. You go like that. Then you move up to like this to 11th of the G. I'm gonna play the interlude part just so I can know what it does. I forgot that picking pattern part's pretty weird. Into the like this part it does whenever he starts singing. Whenever Ozzy starts singing, you go back to that first chord of the interlude, and you do this. You open B or B and open E, high E. And then you do 10 on the B. You move to this chord right here. 12 on D, 11 on G, and 10 on B, and then you go open E or open high E in the B, and then you go down, and then you go back to this. That part, instead of plucking this out, instead of doing that, you go, and then you'll hit it'll be 12 on the G and the high, or G and B. You do that, you pluck them at the same time 4 times. Then you move your pointer finger or whatever finger you really want, either like this, like that, or you can do this or this, but it's 10th fret of the high B or B, and then 11th of the G. So you go 12th fret on B and G, then you go 10 on the B, and then 11 on the G. Then you move that chord down 2 frets to here. Then you move it down 1 fret. And you move it up again. So it's like. But instead of hitting this one, you just hit the B and the high E. Like that. So it'll be like this. hybrid version a little bit. So what it will do is it will switch in between picking and that part, and then it picks it out, but it ends it with the, and then starts over. Like that. So what it'll do, it goes 10 on the B, 8, 7, and then it goes back to the 8, but that's whenever you start over. That's the types. Yeah, it'll go from that pick, this chord right here, it'll pick it, and then it'll pick it, and then do that. But that first chord, the interlude, it switches back between that and this chord pretty much for the whole time. Yeah, that's what it'll do. And then right before the solo comes in, it'll have this electric guitar riff, and it does that kind of lick from earlier, but instead of doing it, instead of it having that first fret G, the first fret on the A, it's a little weird with the timing. It'll be like, say it's playing, instead of it like that, it's like, it'll just come out of nowhere, like halfway through that part, and then that. If you remember that from earlier, it goes like, then it does this electric guitar riff. I'll just do it on acoustic, because I don't think there's any acoustic parts behind this. So most of what I've figured out is by ear, and what it does is it takes you 7th fret on the A string, an E power chord. You like slide it down and slide it back up. I think you pluck it. No, you don't pluck it. I don't know, but then you go muted, low E, like that, and then you do 5th on the B, and then 5th on the G or on the D, and it's like a muted thing, like that. You slide it down to 4. You mute the G string. So it's just B and D, 5th fret. So you slide it down to 4th, and then whenever you bring it back up, you pluck it then. So it's like, and then you hammer on to, on the low E, you hammer on to the 2nd fret, and then you mute it twice. You palm mute it and hit it twice. Then you hit 5 on B and high E. Then you go back to that 2nd fret on E, 2nd fret on E. So it's kind of like a Miracle Man. I don't know the riff, I just know that's what it starts off with. Then it goes like 3, 2, 3, hammer or pull off on the A string, 3, 2, then the 3, then it goes 5th fret, 5, 4, 2, on the D, 5, 4, 2, And then the solo comes in, you'll do that verse riff underneath the solo. Then you start singing again, and then basically what it does from here, you just repeat that verse part, and then it does that. Then the main riff. Yeah. Then you end the song, or then it does the main riff until the song ends. So it's like. Something like that. Yeah. Sorry for making the video take so long. If you like this, like and subscribe. And then comments. Tell me more songs to yeah, something like that.